Good morning and welcome to our daily devotional from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn, very glad to have you with us on this Wednesday, March the 15th, 2023. We are studying the book of Ephesians this week, or at least one chapter out of that book, chapter 5, verses 8 through 14. And this is a chapter that deals with the question of how to relate to vices, that is, to evil, to wrongdoing, how it is that Christians are to relate to these matters that we certainly find around us and a part of ourselves at various times. And so the author of Ephesians is giving us some guidance here. And I want to focus this morning on verses 11 and 12 of Ephesians chapter 5. So just two very short verses. The author has distinguished between, has given a list of vices and talked about the difference between the children of light and those who participate in darkness. The suggestion is that the audience includes those who perhaps participated in some of these dark practices. But let's look more closely at 11 and 12. Take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them, for it is shameful even to mention what such people do secretly. So there is a strong tendency to take these verses as speaking of some sort of private sexual matter, but I don't think that's actually what's going on here. One of the primary characteristics of this region of the Roman Empire, that is what we refer to as Asia Minor, one feature of this region is the widespread practice of mystery religions, that is, some smaller religious practices that were very secretive. And we have some evidence that there was an attempt to try to make Christianity into one of these private, secretive types of religions with very secretive rituals, and the writer seems to be addressing those issues. And in addition to having already said to us in verse 9 that the fruit of the light is found in all that is good and right and true, the writer goes on to say that there's no need for these things to take place in secret, that the practices of the early church community can take place in the open light. And so I think this is very important guidance for churches, that is, that there be a transparency about their activities, that there not be secretive rituals or things of this sort. There is an importance in the rituals that we practice, that is, particularly in worship and in prayer, that carry with them the importance of mystery, that is, recognizing that there are things in our lives that we don't control, that we can't explain. Certainly that is a part of life and our relationship to God. After all, in Isaiah, there's a passage that says that God is a God that hides God's self. Thou art a God who hidest thyself, O God of Israel. So there certainly is mystery that's a part of our lives, and we express this best, I think, in some of our rituals, the practice of communion, and singing hymns and prayers. These do express a kind of mystery, but they're not done in secret. That is, they're not done in a way that is hidden from others. And it does seem to me that the writer is expressing the importance of this, that it is important for us to practice what we do in the light. And there is this line about exposing secrets, that is, exposing what's done in the darkness, apparently without talking about it. There's a bit of tension here between exposing what is done in the darkness while not talking about it. And there does seem to be a moral challenge here to not participate in these secret practices, to be transparent, to be open, and don't promote secret rituals and secret practices. That is not a part of the plan for the community. So some practical advice, while also giving us some kind of general encouragement to be a part of what is in the light. Let's close with this word of prayer from W.E. Orchard. O God, who has ordained that we be set within a scheme of circumstance, and that in stern conflict we should find our strength and triumph over all, withhold not from us the courage by which alone we can conquer. Still our tongues of their weak complainings, steel our hearts against all fear, and in joyfully accepting the conditions of our earthly pilgrimage, may we come to possess our souls and achieve our purposed destiny. It has pleased thee to hide from us a perfect knowledge, yet thou callest for a perfect trust in thee. We cannot see tomorrow, we know not the way that we take. Darkness hangs about our path, and mystery meets us at every turn. Yet thou hast shut us up to final faith in goodness, justice, truth, that loving these for themselves alone, we may find the love that passeth knowledge, and look upon thy face. O suffer us not for any terror of darkness, or from any torment of mind, to sin against our souls, or to fail at last of thee. Amen. Thank you for joining me this morning from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn, and I hope that you have a very good day. Goodbye.